Any preference on video?
Yeah, you dealer's choice.
Oh, did we load those?
Yes.
Okay.
Primary ignition.
Hey, I'm actor Chris Bartlett from The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you're watching Virtual Cantina Network.
Hello there. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch-Along. And we got a whole new programming stuff to go watch tonight. Ooh. Yes, absolutely. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. I'm Spencer. I'm one of your hosts for the evening. Mine, the con and running Chewy is Jeff. How are you, sir?
Just dandy.
Cool. And we got Dave. How are you?
Hello there.
Dave is here, man.
Yes, indeed.
He wasn't a minute ago, but he is now.
But thank you very much.
Shameless advertising and plug that I didn't know. We had Chris Bartlett video. I did not know that Chris did drawings for Star Wars shirts.
He does some amazing artwork.
I mean,
and that Roosevelt shirt that he designed is nice.
And there's more than one, I think.
I haven't seen
one Roosevelt shirt that Chris has done the art for. And if you haven't seen that, people, I don't work for Roosevelt's. I just want one.
I haven't seen it, but I'll need to go track it down. I have seen his artwork both in person. In person, but on an item that I had him sign for me, as well as some things he had done, like sketch card type things.
And you too can get something drawn by Chris Bartlett at Boonta Eve.
That might even be part of his dealio.
Yeah.
He had that as on his little list of prices when I saw him in Bakersfield.
Ooh, original sketch. And now
sidebar, is this being shared on Facebook or just on the?
Hold on, it's in process.
It's in Facebook, but it's not in.
It's in Facebook, but it's not in Facebook. It's in the Facebook where it's not in the Facebook.
Gotcha. But we've had an incredible week. Hey, Ray from Canada. Can't wait to see you in California, sir.
Mm-hmm.
But we had an incredible week of Star Wars. Seriously, between Celebration tickets last Thursday, which all 3 of us got.
Yes,
Dave,
we did.
Did you get 3-day pass or did you get single-day passes?
I had to get single days. I didn't. There were not 3 days by the time I was in.
Oh,
well, you're an artsy type of guy, so you gain 3 key arts. It's not horrible for you.
Oh yeah. Well, and it worked out well because I went ahead and when I'm getting single days, I could have gotten a 3-day, but my daughter decided she didn't want to go all 3 days, so I could just I got 4 single days because she just wanted one. So
that makes sense.
Whatever works. So
Mike talked about doing it that way, but I don't think he did.
No, I think Mike got a 3-day, but between Celebration tickets, all the different sales that went on for May the 4th and the whole weekend, and obviously Tales of the Jedi right here. Another Acolyte trailer.
I still haven't seen that yet because I saw a screening in a non-traditional theater of Episode 1.
They released it.
You would have thought that if any theater was going to give you something,
that was a weird one.
That would have been the one.
Yeah, I would have too.
And obviously the marathons and Phantom Menace, which honestly in 4K was absolutely brilliantly stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see Duel of Fates on a live screen again, that was just awesome.
It was one of my favorite parts of that movie for sure. Did you share it, Dave, or do I need to?
I'm doing it now. I always have a problem finding it, whether it's on VCN or.
I can find it on my phone, but I can't find it on the computer.
Yes. Finding it
really
to share
weird.
it is what always takes me a few minutes to get us to do. If you didn't notice, by the way, Facebook has gone sideways and squirrely, and the way that we have to share this broadcast, we have to go like around our elbow and down the
Yeah, I was
But
talking to Sarah from the Skywalkers today about that because I was letting her know that they had that notification in StreamYard,
Mhm.
and she's like, "Yeah, they changed the thing." I'm like, "Yeah, we dealt with it. We're sad about it. We just moved on and let them do their thing, and we try to find a way to go around it. Workarounds. Gotta love the workarounds."
Yep. But
So,
with that also as well, we're close to the end of the tunnel of our announcements for the Boonty Eves.
close.
We thank God. I'm
Close.
trying to hit it.
Close, but not done yet.
Very
Yep.
close. Very close.
Still got quite a few hours of work left, but it'll be done soon, so that's good.
Yes. But let's do a recap. We had some incredible guests announced last week, starting last Friday. Dave, why don't you take us through them?
Okay, you really no, you have to tell us which one to put up because I'll do
the
the
order
wrong
is
thing.
yeah.
Because the
Okay,
order
so
that
on
you've
Friday,
done them in is not the order you released them.
all right. Well, on Friday we announced another member of the Fets, Dickie Beer,
Woo!
which is very exciting. Who is the stunt Fet for Return of the Jedi?
Yes, a member that I already actually have on my helmet. Met him at Celebration. He was wonderful and amazing.
And he's going to be obviously joining Mark Anthony Austin and John Morton as three of our four Fets.
Yes.
Over at Biggs, which would be pretty awesome.
Yes, I have met John Morton as well, but need Mark Anthony Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's like one of your whales.
Is the Feds graphic on here?
No, I didn't put it in. No, you don't think you did either. Nope. Oh, and that new after show graphic might need to be thrown in there too. Anyways, yeah. So lots of Fets. It's gonna be a fun Fet,
which is great. So if you want to do a character piece or get your bucket signed or anything of that nature, it's a perfect opportunity to get a head start on that. But we had 3 announcements on May the 4th.
I'll take over this part.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting with
Katie O'Brien, the comms officer, Elia Kane, and Dr. Pershing Omid Tahi, who is also a character within Clone Wars as well. So
see, I had totally forgotten that. We had to go back and redo because that was
this is an old version of the graphic.
I did not realize that he had done that.
And he's got a Funko too for that.
Oh wow!
From that, there's a Funko.
Wow. Nice. Yeah. So he's got a couple of Funkos then.
But hey, you can get a dual shot of them eating biscuits, or
well, you get a picture. You get a picture of Omid lying on the table while Katie eats a biscuit over him.
He turns it up.
I might want to get that picture of them with the Photon Pop sign.
Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah.
A nice, 11 by 14.
When they're having fun before the craziness.
Katie is like making waves in Hollywood right now. I mean, the Love's Lie Bleeding is critically acclaimed. And she's like the secondary lead in that. And rumor has it she's cast in the next Mission Impossible movie.
Ooh. So she's gonna be a villain?
I don't know, but she's blowing up right now, and we're very lucky to have her joining us as part of that. But we had something fall in our laps last minute, and it's a goodie. Gerald Prescott, who you might know from The Walking Dead, but she is apropos the Night Sister from Ahsoka. And this is her first ever Star Wars signing because she's done Walker Stalker before.
Yeah, she's very new to. Well, I mean, Ahsoka is relatively new to the Star Wars, but she is like OG Walking Dead. Like I think that was season 1.
Yep. So that's pretty exciting. And if I know Claudia Black is on the con circuit. So, getting a Night Sister piece signed, or there's that great shot of Diana Lee Santo with the 3 Night Sisters and the
sword.
The sword.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a great multi-piece.
It would. What's up, Peter?
Hey, Peter, how are you? Looking forward to seeing you in Cali. And then on Monday, we had another great announcement. Well, we had Billy Bryan yesterday, which is fine, not a problem at all.
Out of order.
He actually did not a problem at all. He did the interior fabrication and puppeteering of the Sarlacc pit in the Book of Boba Fett. So we basically have right here 3 Fetts and 4 Fetts in the Sarlacc pit.
3 Fetts in the Sarlacc pit. We'll just get all of them together like there, and then him like with his arms around them doing like big Pac-Man arms or like.
But as you can see right there, he was the guy in the suit for Stay Puft from Ghostbusters '84. Nice. Which is really, I know, makes Dave very happy because Dave's a big ghost head.
Yeah, I've got a Stay Puft ready for him. That's what I'm bringing.
That's fantastic. So that's gonna be great, and he's bringing the head of Stay Puft with him.
What? What?
You didn't see the video?
I'm sorry, I have not seen all of the videos. We've been doing a
he
little
announced
bit of
he's
work.
bringing the head of Stay Puft.
I made sure I used that portion because he gave us 2 videos to use, and I liked one better than the other, but unfortunately he didn't show that in one of them. So I had made sure I pulled that out and put it into the other video. So
yeah, he's bringing the head of Stay Puft for selfies with him.
Yep, for selfies.
Dave's, you can't see Dave on camera right now, but he's
okay, let's get Dave on camera. Yes,
Dave is very, very, very giddy right now, which is awesome.
Okay, now, damn it, do I have to bring a positron glider so I can have selfies with more luggage?
And then the one that I skipped over.
Yes, that one.
Yes.
See Andrew Nelson, who was a promotional Vader, but also performed as Vader for a couple of the video games, worked with ILM and LucasArts, joining us as the last member of the team for Bunta San Francisco, which is now completely closed out. That lineup for San Francisco, creators of the Star Wars universe, is pretty packed.
Oh yeah.
As a fan of behind the scenes, Dave, what's your impressions of our list?
I love all of them, but San Francisco, the creators, is the most fun for me. Like I have been going out and hitting eBay and finding models of all the ships and things and fun like models of toys or whatever. You know, I've got a Tumbler and I've got a Razor Crest and some all sorts of different ships and things, and RIP Razor Crest. But you know,
you might as well say every ship except for the Falcon.
Right. Well, that's right there.
The one that Tyler blow out of the sky, you know, doesn't die.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I am most excited about the creators and getting to talk, because some of my favorite watch-alongs that we've done here have been ones with Hal Hickel. Okay, because we always learn craziness with
he's a font of information for sure.
You know, I really think that we need to get John Goodson on one of our watch-alongs.
Completely. Please do.
Especially after that video they released today with all that. Oh, yes.
Jeff, why don't you tell us about it? Because you're the one who let us know about it.
Oh, yeah.
So John here, he fabricated the Razor Crest. He fabricated, along with some other amazing people, the Jedi, what's it called? The J6 or whatever it's called. He went over that build with Adam Savage on the tested video today. So they talk about the whole process of creating the old school style of filming miniatures for including movement in the ship and lights and little Ahsoka and Hu Yang in the cockpit, and all the little intricacies that go into building that kind of stuff from scratch, as opposed to what everybody assumes is a 3D print. But you can really see the work that goes into those. Like they take sheets of Sintra and lots of cutting and shaping and sanding and some little bit of heat forming and some vacuum forming and amazing pieces put together, and then an incredible paint job. That was one of the things that Adam was kind of cooing over, was how amazing some of the paint applications were. And then they take that, and the digital people reference their model to make the 3D model that they then use in concert with the actual physical filming piece. But they showed some of the tracking camera work for that, and how they do those types of shots that were things that were sort of started on the original Star Wars and have been perfected over the last 5 decades almost. So it's really cool to see that, and hear them talk about the intricacies involved and all the things that they have to do to accommodate the shooting and the movement involved in the animation and stuff. So that was a lot of fun to watch.
And speaking of tested with Adam Savage.
Oh yes, right here. Where's one more of the lovely guests at San Francisco. She's got some amazing miniature work there as well, with the Blade Runner blimp and the tumbler from Dark Knight Rises, and a whole bunch of other stuff, and including the Sabak Dejarik table, not Sabak,
which the new Dejarik table would look very nice being signed.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a step up from what they had before, for sure. With the electronic pieces,
got, like, lights and junk, and all.
The pieces interact with the board, so it's like truly a game that kind of allows you to play it in more of a traditional manner, as opposed to just moving, pieces around. And
that's
Disney exclusive, that's Parks
Disney exclusive,
I believe.
And she also worked, which I found out, she helped build the model set for the Night of 1,000 Tears for Mandalorian.
Right, nice.
with Phil Tippett. Now, I'm very intrigued to find out for her, because they did announce that Tippett Studios is heavily involved with Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, I heard that one, yes.
I wonder if she was part of that crew, which would be very interesting to find out.
I would think, I mean, whatever they do will be amazing. So it'll be cool to see what after the fact, because we keep hearing things and seeing things about people that have been doing stuff, and we couldn't hear about it until they release it. So it's always cool to get that info.
But let's look at another person from San Francisco, since we're going through the San Fran lineup right now.
Well, right now we can throw that. Oh yes.
Lauren Volk. So this is her first appearance with us. She did the effects makeup for Alia Secura, as well as
Oren Frita.
Yep. But I am ecstatic about the fact that she was the fabricator and the puppeteer for the chest-bursting alien in Spaceballs. Like, when I heard that, I got actually giddy about it.
Yeah, that's a fun one right there.
And she also worked on the suit that Robin Shelley wore as Slimer in Ghostbusters 2.
Nice.
Ooh.
So a little bit of a Ghostbusters in there. Hey, Leilani. I see Leilani's shoes in the crowd.
That's what I was going to stop us and say a minute ago, is like we got to go and go back to the Bunta Hollywood and announce that, one of our guests for that is actually here with us in
what are you doing? You're destroying our set here.
Fighting over the controls.
Button pushers.
Connie Shu is in the chat. Tiga the Jawa herself gonna be there signing all manner of things, like Black Series figures, pops, like
the brand new T16 Skyhopper that's now available at Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, I have a reservation for Saturday. I'm very, very much thinking about purchasing that.
Somebody is like watching our show and coming up with ideas, because like you remember when I bought the OG like Power of the Force version of that, like it's sitting over there, and you stole my idea and have the same thing. Because I mean that's a thing right there that I'm looking for. You can have Leilani sign that. You can have Ewan sign that. You can have Mark Hamill, who's going to be, a guest in Chicago. And you can have I don't remember young Luke's name. What's young
Grant Feely.
Grant. You can have Grant, all like those four, and it's big, beautiful wings and plenty of space.
Yeah, lots of open
space.
Hey,
you can even throw Joel Edgerton in there if you want to, because he did throw it back.
That would be very cool.
A lot of really great new merchandise that, I think that, like you said, I think people look at us and say, ooh, look, Ski Pruckle. I know, squirrel.
FOMO, the master of the FOMO.
And don't forget, Ruckle Construction is one of the sponsors for Ubuntu Eve, so you can build like Ski.
Build like Ski. Well, where Ski lives, you could like build a place that you could ski in and ski out of certain times of the year.
No FOMO. Exactly. No FOMO when it comes to Skip. But no, but literally, I agree with you. I think that people do listen to our show and say, ooh, I think we need to make that because they're going to have signers and we can make money off of them. And yeah.
the Jarek table is that's the thing.
That's Jarek table. Yes.
I hope they still have that sucker. I think about a month from now, I think I'm headed for East.
Right. So I don't know, but I might be sending you off a couple of shekels to be grabbing me one because I won't be able to get one before. But yeah, so let's continue on what we have for San Francisco. So we just went through Kate, we went through Lauren, C. Andrew Nelson, Mr. Bill Kimberlin, who was involved in the final battle scene of the Death Star 2. It has a great book called Inside the Star Wars Empire, which is available on Amazon, which I picked up a hard copy, get that signed. And I'm very excited about hearing his stories.
Mm-hmm. He's got some OG knowledge there.
Yeah, I haven't opened that package yet. My book came the other day, and I haven't got that out.
But finally, our good friend, Hal Hickel, who is very excited to be joining us. I know I have a print of the Dead Man's Chest that I'm getting signed.
Mm-hmm.
You might get a couple other things, but you can get pretty much all the Filoniverse signed, some prequel stuff, Rogue One.
Yep. I picked up a copy of the Dead Man's Chest DVD. Have that.
Wait, you don't have
I'm
that?
waiting on my droidicas to roll in.
Oh, and I've got that.
My droidica comes in.
Yes.
I did consider getting a Boss Nass. I will admit that. Get a 3 3/4 Boss Nass.
Mm-hmm.
I have at least one of those around here somewhere, but I need to go through my bins.
But so very, very excited about that. That we're going to be at Islands 32 in San Francisco for creators of the Star Wars universe. Nice 6-person guest list for that. We'll talk
a little more intimate.
Very intimate. We'll have karaoke as always. We'll have our merch and swag going on there. We'll make it as interactive as possible. So hopefully if you're in the Bay Area and not part of the full trip, please come down. We'd love to see all of our Northern California members. We'll talk about the other shows in between
In between episodes, we can take little breaks. And
yeah, we have 3 episodes to watch, so we can talk about another episode, another edition of Boot to Eve when we get back after an episode. But so please make sure that you know, Ray, we're having you sing Blame Canada from the South Park movie.
Yeah, get your Disney Plus queued up for the first 3 episodes.
Yes, thank you.
Tales
That's
of the
exactly what
Empire.
I was like, "Oh, what am I talking about here?"
Literal scroll
with the stuff.
But so let's talk about like celebration tickets this past week. So I had 3 computers and my phone going. Dave, you were looking at a game on your phone, right? When you bought your tickets?
I was. Yes, I was at a lacrosse game, not just watching a lacrosse game. I'm coaching a lacrosse game, and it happened to end just minutes before tickets went online. So I'm just on my phone. That's all I've got. So I got in on my phone, and I had a good wait on me. Okay, I had to wait hour and 20 or so, I think. But yeah.
That's about what Mike took to get in, a little over an hour.
Yeah, still like single day tickets available when I got there. So, I got my 3 single day tickets and got another single day ticket for my daughter. So
yeah, 10 minutes. Ray, you got in on Wednesday, so don't give me that.
Yes, Skip. I know. Don't even know if I can make it happen, but yes, I have tickets.
You got the first step done is all.
So we're going to have a great contingent there. We already have a placeholder for whatever kind of event we're going to do on Thursday night. But they announced today, which was the first time ever in Celebration history, a full chart of what is available right now. So obviously the Jedi Master VIP and 3-day passes are completely sold out. The Frost is 65% sold out. Saturday, no, surprise here, is 85% sold out. And Sunday is 55% sold out. So there's still plenty of tickets there, but I have a feeling that when they start to announce more guests, more and more people are going to be buying.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Saturday will sell out soon, and then Friday, and then Sunday, in that order. Once more info is there.
Yeah, but before we go on, I want to plug that this coming Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2% p.m. Pacific.
2%.
Yeah, 2%. No, sorry, Katie Sackhoff is not here. I can't talk about 2%. But
I was not allowed to do that T-shirt.
Someone did it, and their agent said no to the photo op.
No, that's funny.
Actually, they had to put on a virtual Cantina jersey, and they had to stand. Katie saw it. She started laughing, but her agent said, no, that's not happening. But anyway, I will be on a news desk being broadcasted on the VCN and also Star Wars Sith with our man Tony, who does, if you've ever seen any of Tony's videos, very comprehensive, very well researched.
Informative.
Yeah. We're a big fan of his stuff.
Some of his stuff from London, we have a playlist on the VCN playlist, just referring to his things. For his more recent things, either visit his channel directly, or we'll probably set up a playlist for him there as well, as we need a Japan playlist for Tony on our channel.
But Tony and I are doing a whole special called, so you bought Celebration tickets, now what? So what we're going to do is we're talking about what you should be prepping for now. Meaning like in the immediate future, as opposed to 4 months down the road.
Start buying all the things.
Yes.
All the things.
Like I might have to drag. I'm feeling I might have to drag the Art of Mandalorian book with me to Japan just because of I know it's a big freaking book.
I dragged that sucker to Anaheim.
Yeah, but you don't have to drive that internationally. And that's what I'm talking about.
I'm betting on it's pretty close to the amount of flight for Jeff to Japan as it was for me to Anaheim.
Yes, renew your passports. That's one of the things we're going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about that. My passport expires the end of this year, so that means it's won't be good next year.
It's considering the fact that I had an extra spot. Jeff sent me his money. I gave him the link for the thing. He got in before I did, and as soon as I was like, "Yeah, so can you Zelle me back my money?"
What?
I didn't. I was like, whenever, But
I know you back that night,
Yeah, it was actually right away. I was surprised because I had done the Spencer Kareen, multi-window, multi-computer thing, which I usually don't even think about. So I had originally logged into my PC at work, popped up a Firefox window, had it going, said 6 hours before tickets went on sale or something, because they went on sale at 4 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
Or my time, 7 p.m. East Coast. And then I was like, okay, I opened up a Chrome window, boom, had it in there. And then I was like, all right, screw it, I'm going to open up on my Mac. And I powered up my Mac. I brought up Firefox, opened the window, put it on, did the same with Chrome, and then sat and waited for 6 hours or however long. And surprisingly, the first Windows said over an hour for the wait originally, and then one of my Mac windows said 25 minutes. And then that whittled down really fast, which I was surprised. I was in like 12 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, you were texting me. You're like, "Holy crap, I'm in." What? I'm like, "I don't know. What do you want some money for you?" And I'm like, "I don't know what to do right now." I was shocked.
And I actually had a non-grayed out VIP option.
Woo-hoo.
And clicked on it, and then clicked on a regular ticket and went continue or whatever the next button is, and it said, "Oh, that option isn't available anymore."
Now, would you have bought the VIP if you had that option?
I think so. That was where I was heading, even though, I tried to kind of get Kareen to get me one the night before or the day before, and she was in faster than I expected.
Young in Australia on Thursday was in for 5 minutes and got VIP.
Nice. Yeah, see.
Wow.
I was
Peter Young, another sponsor for Boon to Eve, so thank you very much, Pete.
Yes.
But anyway, what's up with the hour right now? So while we do the 10-second countdown, we can continue talking while we're watching the episode.
Oh, yes.
Because it's not like we won't talk over the episode.
I know.
And away, where are we? We go. Hello. Lucasfilm logo.
So it was just crazy. Good amount of merchandise as well.
So the new set of helmets are not completely new, but a few new helmets in that opening there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is always cool to see.
Dave, did you get any merchandise while you were in there, or just get your tickets?
Oh, I totally got merchandise.
I didn't buy much. I just got a shirt and some patches, but
I figure it would be a great decoration for my wall back behind me. I had to get the fan.
Yeah.
I got the key art fan.
Bryce needed to get the tote because he needed his merce.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really cool between the Sisters of Dathomir fighting Grievous's army here.
And using a bow very reminiscent to something we saw Omega have in the earlier seasons of the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
I like these scythe things that she's got, though. Those are really cool.
Yeah. But, not overly effective against the super battle.
Yeah. They're, ouch. They're good in close combat. Not against that guy.
No bad things.
Some amazing lighting in this.
It really is.
So is that what Dathomir probably looks like?
I mean, I guess we've seen Dathomir before, have we not? In Clone Wars?
I think so.
Yeah, is the Mall and Sauvage art.
Yeah. The witches are very
and
prevalent.
If you want to know more about that, and if we're right or wrong or the otherwise, at the end of the summer, Clone Wars Revisited with Ski Pruckle, Mark Von Olin, and Ashley Brienzo. All will be in there. So very cool. Going back through that, continuing the same kind of format that they've been doing for several years with Rebels Revisited, but
yeah, we're right at short of the 2-year mark. Next month will be the 2-year mark for Rebels Revisited, and they're getting close to the end of that series, so only a few more episodes.
This right here was the prediction. I was like, wait, he's only got 2 sabers at this point? He's going foo, 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 foo. Oh, then comes number 3.
Well, he's got
yes, there's more
arms.
No, it is real.
I kind of like those assassin droids, but they annoy me since we didn't ever see them in live action.
No. Well, we've seen them again on the Clone Wars.
They've used them multiple times at this point, but
the first time we saw them was the introduction of the Bad Batch, when that arc kind of started, when we saw Echo.
Okay.
I believe. I may be wrong, but again,
I can't remember.
If you want actual content.
We will speculate, but it may or may not be true.
There will be actual content there. And if you want actual content on like this episode, you can join Mike, John, and Bryce, because we are doing an after show for Tales of the Empire.
Yes.
Mike, John, and Bryce are going to do that. They're going to drop it at
5 hours
tonight. They're going to drop it just in a few hours, I believe.
5 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
So
watch that for actual content and depth of knowledge.
Hey,
yeah, they'll break it down quite a bit.
Actual content? What are you talking about?
And they will be talking about these same 3 episodes that we're watching right now. So it'll be very prevalent to this. They could have went over the whole 6 episodes, but breaking it up into 2 more digestible chunks, I think, is a better idea. And that's sort of what we decided to do as well, because an hour and a half of these episodes would have been a little bit much. Yeah. But 45 minutes
right there in that shot, they got a really, really nice likeness in the animation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was Insanto right there. It's just whoa.
They did a really, really good job in terms of capturing her look, and some of the shots in these episodes are super photorealistic, which is always impressive.
Well, the animation has been leaps and bounds.
Exactly. That's one thing. I went to saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes last night, and that movie was very, very well done. The story is, could be different, whatever, but the animation's amazing. I enjoyed it. And we got free posters.
Woo-hoo.
It's always a plus. Saw it in IMAX and got a free poster.
Very cool.
And a packed theater.
Fun. Always fun when you get swag, when you get fun stuff. Well, speaking of which, I ordered my swag for the family vacation this week.
Nice. I need to get on
I don't even know what swag
whatever I'm going to produce.
What's that?
I don't even know what swag you're doing for the family vacation.
I have told no one about my swag. No one has seen my swag at all.
Why am I sweating right now?
It's always mystery swag. You never know what's going to show up.
Mystery swag. Yes, is
Let the past die.
That's what makes it so
Rip
good.
it up if you have to.
Kill it.
Burn it.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is like a great younger version of her. This there was a comparison on Screen Crush about how that hand in the dirt thing was similar to what Anakin did at Shmi's grave.
Ooh. See, when I first saw the hand, we saw this scene right there in the trailer, and it was that kind of from the back, and you saw that arm with all.
Gauntlet thing.
I thought it was Finnick.
Right. Yeah, they have a similar kind of aesthetic. But also one thing they said on Screen Crush that was interesting was that the episode titles for these three are fear, anger, and hate, I believe. Are ultimately it's like those are the main focus. It's a little bit longer than that. It's like the path to fear or something. Which is, obviously the Yoda speech: fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering.
Did you see the video from Fan Expo Philadelphia that Ashley posted for Revenge of the Fifth? So she's like, so yesterday was May the 4th, and we were thank you all for coming up to see us. But today, and it pans over, it's Diana Leah Santo in the voice of Morgan Elsbeth goes, Revenge of the Fifth. And then you see Ashley go, and then you hear off camera, you see Emily go, but enjoy your day, because this is the way.
Yeah, they do some fun, kind of kooky little videos.
But it's lovely. It's lovely to see that they call themselves Star Wars cousins.
Mm-hmm.
That they're all interacting with each other and hanging out and doing having their own shenanigans together.
I think that's fun too. People who necessarily haven't interacted on the show that are put together in cons, and then become like big Star Wars con family.
Yep.
I mean, sort of like in Boston, which, by the way, they announced Mads Mikkelsen today for Boston.
Nice.
Good get. Very good get.
Oh,
and he's also good. Skip, he's going to be in Dallas.
Uh-oh.
Because Skip did not get him in London.
Oh, no.
Which I got him in London, so I don't need him again. But, we need his brother to be doing some more cons. Just saying.
Well, the fact that they're both in Star Wars is awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I really like the thing here that we get like some more kind of in-depth stuff on Dathomir, because I don't know that I knew before, and I don't know if anybody knew before, that they're like other clans. There's the Mountain Clan. This is essentially like, Wakanda. But
I was just thinking that. It's
like Dathomir Wakanda. And so
now you're going to put into the universe there's going to be a Dathomir movie directed by Ryan Coogler.
What?
Yeah, they really can go a lot of different directions and steer well clear of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, there's so many things. Exactly, Ray. There's Revenge of the Fifth and Revenge of the Sixth.
Yeah, I always thought that was a little bit odd, but they both fit overly well.
Well, this is the May.
It is.
This is May. We're very excited about everything else that's going on. We just announced the meetup for Fan Expo Boston, which is great. Plus, also we have our big meetup at San Diego Comic-Con, which we'll all be meeting up there. Jeff said it was a nice turnout last year, and we have a great contingent of our group who are going from San Diego to the trip. So I think the lineup's going to be a lot bigger.
Well, and if you just can't wait, like hit some small cons with us too, man. Skip's going to be in Dallas here in June coming up. I will likely pop into Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina in June. I generally do. Skip and I are both going to Knoxville in a couple weeks before the family vacation and before San Diego in July. So there's all sorts of stuff coming up there. And
we have
I know there's going to be people in Chicago in August.
We have Comic-Con Revolution here in Southern California, and that's a week next weekend, the following weekend coming up, 9 days or something. And I still haven't bought a ticket for that, but the likelihood is that I will be there probably on Saturday. But that's become a pretty big con lately, and they're going to have a whole contingency from Rebels there doing photo ops and stuff, and that's very timely. I've heard rumblings of new shows related to Rebels, even as ours is winding down after 2 years.
Well, look at this, like, boom, right there. See, this is just the fun, and this is the more questions that you could ask and answer about this is, we've talked about it before, the magic for the Night Sisters and the Dathomirian witches. Is it magic? Is it the Force? Are they different? Are they the same?
Right.
Don't forget, it's magic with a K.
It's magic with a K. It's a kind of magic, because Clancy Brown is in both. So it's same universe, same universe.
Yeah, well, you know. So, but you can say the same thing in the MCU, where you got Josh Brolin playing two characters.
Absolutely.
Well, now that Deadpool is more MCU proper,
Brand is just Thanos in disguise.
Yes. Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean the fire effects on this, I love this. This is,
and the lighting from the fire, the way it flickers and it's uneven. And just it makes it so much more kind of stark with that red.
And speaking of the host Rebels and
Ashley, your ears are burning. We have been talking about you and your show.
That was episode 1 of the 3. Do we want to pause? What do we want to do?
No, let's pause for a few minutes. I'm going to pause on the actors to just quickly look at that.
Oh yeah, let's
I skipped ahead to the next episode. But
So yeah, just let's not start our new episode yet. So Spencer, go ahead.
No, there's some great actors involved with this property. Obviously, it's nice to see someone else doing the younger version of Morgan Elsbeth. And also always Mr. Matt Wood, who is, if you've ever met him at Celebration or another con, he's a gentleman and a scholar.
He's a very cool guy. Oh, whoops.
But he's always great to talk to. And it's amazing for a guy who is that busy still makes time to go meet the fans.
Matt is the best. I met him a few times.
Yeah.
The last time was at Celebration Anaheim while I was Rick Solo hanging out with Chew Morty. We got a photo with Matt.
That's awesome.
That was like right after I saw Dave and we were heading towards the Celebration store. Anyway,
right after you saw Dave, and Dave didn't get to meet Matt.
Yeah, that was outside.
And good. But yeah, so some fantastic stuff going on there. It's always a great story when stuff like that happens. But let's talk about Biggs. Let's talk about the event at Biggs. We returned to Biggs. We were there for Boonta Eve 2022, where actually we announced Rebels Revisited. At that event 2 years ago, which is absolutely incredible. But Dave, why don't you run down this lineup since it's pretty much done?
Yeah. So I mean, Biggs, it's the galaxy's most wanted, right? You know, you're gonna get hunters, you're gonna get the hunted, you're gonna get all kinds of people, and it's a little bit more like original trilogy kind of things than the heroes of the Filoniverse, you know. A little bit more old school, like we said before. We've got Mark Anthony Austin, you know, one of the 4 Fets that we
special
have.
edition Fet.
Yeah, and John Morton, who again, in addition to being a Fet, was Dak Ralter.
Dak,
right? Dak, and if you want to get a dual sign piece, you can get you a snow speeder from Power of the Force line and get him and Mark Hamill to sign that. And speaking of Luke Skywalker, we have not just Luke, but Leia Skywalker as well, all in one with Aiden Barton, who played both baby Skywalkers. That's really cool.
And acted against both Natalie and Ewan.
There you go.
And Jimmy Smits.
Showed him up.
Oh, and Jimmy Smits too.
And Bonnie Pierce and Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
And
he's got, yep.
And then we got Kevin and Tracy Thompson. Tracy's got her books there about Kevin's time on Return of the Jedi. Kevin, of course, was, Chukatrak and Chubray and a multitude of other Ewoks. Plus being in Blade Runner and Weird Science and who knows what other stuff, but we'll find out.
And he was in Kenobi.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys,
isn't that one in there?
Remind me these
Always
things.
Forget that
graphics.
I have a picture of him signed from Boot to 22 of his scene in Kenobi.
Very cool.
Sitting next to Ewan or down the bench from Ewan.
Yeah.
But here we got
Dickie Beer, who's again been in everything in an active stuntman for years and years. So many things. And of course, we mentioned earlier Billy Bryan, as it's gonna be so much fun. Is
creator of the Sarlacc's belly and manipulator of the set. Well,
now, I wonder if that was Tim or if that was Eod.
Yeah, and I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, who is in that suit?
Who is in there? Because again, boom, now we got it. Between the two nights, between our event at Scum and Villainy, the Heroes of the Fullerverse, and the Galaxy's Most Wanted at Biggs Fullerton, you can meet four Boba Fett's.
From the original trilogy and the Book of Boba Fett. So that's cool.
Yes.
Very, very exciting. So we got some great stuff going on there. We got some great events. We got more people being announced. I believe we have one more being announced next week for the big show. And then we got a couple more. Well, maybe you get your ass to California.
One more for Biggs and a few more for Scum.
Yep. But we'll talk about the Scum show in the next intermission. A lot quicker intermission than those who did the marathon last weekend.
So, yeah, I don't even know anybody who ended up going to that.
Oh, I know quite a few people went there and they said it was absolutely fantastic. But I'm glad that I was able to snag a couple of the posters.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
That's a sweet ass poster. That's a signing poster, unfortunately.
Yeah, I like the gold foil on there and everything. I got a pretty cool poster, but it's the theatrical release poster. So
you really think that we couldn't get you in on the trip if you wanted to?
We know people.
They'll pull that crap on us. We know people.
We know people.
Yes, even though technically,
it's sold out. But
we know people.
Of course I know him. This is the people we know.
Skip will get you in. That's it. There you go.
Yes, absolutely. Well, because we all know Skip is an international and internet celebrity.
Mm-hmm. International man of mystery.
Yes.
All right. So episode 2.
Countdown.
And now I'm photoshopping Skip's face on Mike Myers' body.
What, it's Fat Bastard?
Touche.
Let's do a 10-second countdown.
All righty. Where are we at?
I'm
still
sure there's a picture of Skip with a mullet that you can make into Wayne Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice? I think looked like there was Revit in there.
See, that's what I thought. I thought that was one of the new helmets.
And one of them's Ezra as well. It's kind of cool to have mixed it up a bit. Look at this. Can't not recognize that location.
Yeah.
My favorite planet.
They're doing here very reminiscent of, like, you know, the theatrical movies, the big flyovers, and
this reminded me very much, obviously because it was over Coruscant, but the beginning battle of Sith. I was waiting for
a lot less going on though, but yeah. But this the animation on this is amazing. They have done such an incredible job to get to the point where they are so accurate.
How interesting the fact that she was an arms dealer or a used car salesman.
Well, I think it's crazy that she's tying together so many properties here. You know, because
yeah, it's kind of a trip.
We're tying together the OT. We're tying together Rebels. We're tying together Rogue One. All of this stuff is right in that vein.
I love this corporate kind of thing with
well, yes, because you know, when George Lucas created Star Wars in 1977, who was going to be the bad guy? Space Nazis. Today, who is the bad guy? Oh, earthbound corporations.
So one of my favorite scenes in this episode is coming up in a few seconds, right after this Imperial warlord disappears, and you see a dejected Morgan. But you see another guy come out, and what I loved about this is coming up right here for Palion is he takes off his cap and scratches his head. I'm like, why am I liking that so much? Like, I think it's so cool. It's a simplistic. You don't see that in cartoons.
That move, yeah.
Wiping their brow or fumbling their hair or anything of nature.
Well, yeah, because it's so much extra work to have done just that, but it adds so much realism. You know, it's just like
little subtleties like that they
or something
help
because they're drawing in their hair is always like pristine and slicked back, and it's like never moves, and it's like a shell.
It's a hair helmet.
Yeah.
This connection right here is awesome because he's in multiple other things, isn't he? Did they use the same actor for the voice?
I think so.
I love how the idea is sound, except it's turned down based on nonsense kind of corporate ideals. And here we go. The second one. The last one was hate. This one's the path to anger. Oh, wait, it's the other way around. Fear was the last one. The next one will be hate.
So what I loved about this,
that's a crazy looking ship,
is this looks exactly like we saw it in Mandalorian season 2 for chapter 13, the Jedi.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the photorealism. There's a scene in here where they're in her little compound area, and it's like this almost the same shot as when she was fighting Ahsoka.
But I love the fact, and I love the fact as well. Like, I was obviously looking for Michael Biehn throughout this entire scene. Like, I was wondering, is he going to show up in here? But
that would have been cool.
Wang, who was the guy named next to the Aqualish. I don't know if you guys knew this, but he was a legitimate, what's it called? Imagineer. he was Imagineer, and they hired him for that episode in Mandalorian, and they brought him back to do the voice of Wang in this episode as well.
We always say how the mouse is so incestuous.
Yep. But it's these little callbacks. I'm loving, the characterization and their,
There's those droids that Ahsoka fought, or that style. Probably those same ones.
Like the assassin droids?
Yeah. The hunter killers. Those are hunter killers, aren't they? One of them was hunter killers. Either those or the ones we saw before.
So one of the things I love about this scene, obviously, is the fact that when we get Lars back as Admiral Thrawn, he's not
wearing
Grand Admiral.
Right, yes.
Gray
yeah.
A uniform instead of white.
Yeah. And like the atmosphere and stuff on this planet is so very similar to the way they did it in Mando.
So she has the Beskar spear.
But we didn't find out how. That was one of the things that we had speculated that we might find out in this deal. Nobody.
Like where it came from?
The detailing of Rook.
Oh, yeah. Rook's so much better than he looked in Rebels. I mean, but the detail level in this show versus the style they used in Rebels is a little... Look at this scene right here with this, like, cityscape. And having visited the Presidio this past week, all these buildings look so very reminiscent of the Palace of the Fine Arts that is Presidio adjacent. It's not necessarily in the Presidio, but it's right there. And it's so Naboo and like the dome style.
Oh, I can't wait till we go there, which, we'll be there. But yeah, she has a great bout with Rook, and she ends up owning him. And the voice again done by Mr. Warwick Davis.
Yeah, that's cool.
I remember when they announced that at Celebration Orlando in the panel.
Yeah, see, we were saying that too, Sherry. That would have made a nice little piece of backstory. And
I said there's like this whole bullshit was a test.
Yeah, no shit.
You could have just run that dude through.
Yep, or she could have got
Of course, if you just run Rook through, there's a whole domino effect of wait, no.
Whoops. Time to retcon some more stuff.
He got basically, owned by an Ugnaught and a Weequay. So just want to say
he seems pretty badass, but he doesn't end up producing the badassness as much. Here we go.
Plot armor.
I think that's one of like the best analogies that we've come up with on anything of our network in the last year. Like I think that's like everything we look at, we're like, that's plot armor. That's plot armor. Like,
yeah. What happens a little bit too frequently, I think.
Yeah.
Moff is Dane.
The t-shirt, you can't hurt me. This shirt is made of plot armor. I know. I'm running out of room on the paper.
So there was this is a great model of Thrawn because he's so very different looking than the Rebels version. So this Clone Wars style.
Well, the stylistic they have right here is very much Lars from Ahsoka.
Right. It's much more accurate to the actor versus the stylized version that we saw in Rebels, for sure. But he does look weird without his white uniform on.
See, I don't know that I paid a whole lot of attention to that. I mean, I heard them call him Admiral as opposed to, but the darker uniform with it being this dark, it shows up better now that I'm watching on this device on my phone. But when I was watching in a lighted room on a flat panel, it's like, oh,
very. Yeah, it seems kind of sort of flat because of how dark it is.
Well, you do have a lot of windows in your living room, Dave.
I do. And just right on the thing. Witch, burn her. No. Well, except for that other planet where they all live. Wait.
We're going to take a field trip.
Yes. Give in to your anger.
The lower atmosphere stuff with these giant ships always weirds me out a little bit.
Yeah.
What I thought was actually really great, and it also links another detail that you might have missed in chapter 13, is, as you see right here, they're about to scorch the forests of this planet. And if you remember from the Ahsoka episode, that whole planet was scorched.
Yep, right. That is what I got that. But, spoilers for the next episode that we haven't, watched that.
Yeah, well, I thought it was this episode, so my bad.
Wrong.
Well, it just ended, so it's definitely not this episode.
Yeah, so you have Lars, obviously, Diana, Warwick, Shelby Young's in this episode. She played one of the villagers. And Wing Yi Chow plays Wing. So very, very cool. But yes, we're gonna pause another again for the Path of Hate.
Another again.
Pause again for a word from our sponsor.
Speaking of our sponsor, Dave, why don't you talk about what's available on the VCN and what's coming up?
So all sorts of stuff coming up on the VCN is, first we talked about just in a few hours is the first episode of Tales of the Empire after show is going to drop with Bryce, John, and Mike, and they will give you a much deeper dive into these series of episodes, these 3 episodes.
Midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern.
They're going to do that, and then again this
time after
Sunday is going to be another episode of the Unifying Force. The Unifying Force. We're going to talk about a new property, new movie deal is did Dune totally rip off Star Wars? Which, if you know, but did they really? Because it's a lot of stuff look at us over there. Wait, no,
I'll take it from you, and then you take it back, and then we'll take it back again, and then we'll take some of that.
It's the same level of logic that Harry Potter is just Star Wars with sucky lightsabers.
It's human centipede of movies. No, that's gross.
Yes. Wow. But join us on the Unifying Force where we talk all about that and how it is, how it's not.
That was a vision I didn't need to have.
Put those movies together. Anyways, yes, Unifying Force. We have a special episode of Rebels Revisited.
Come and watch the Unifying Force and eat your popcorn out of your Dune popcorn bucket.
There you go. Only Mike can do that. But Monday there's the 99th episode of Rebels Revisited. With a couple special guests that haven't been officially announced yet, I don't think. But that graphic will be coming out tomorrow, probably. And so that should be a good episode. It's going to be another watch along, and Ashley's least favorite of all the Rebels series.
Ashley's already crying.
Yes.
And I said earlier,
just from the graphic.
Her tear stains are still on the comic that I had her draw.
So sad.
Yeah, still
I know.
sopping them up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But also, don't forget, we have some great designs up on our TeePublic, including our first shirt for Japan.
Oh yeah, the Japan shirts are
which
out.
I already picked up already.
Is that even up there?
It looked very nice. I don't think it is.
No.
But you know, there's always the this Aunt Maru Wrecking Crew.
And there's always the this.
Yo.
Which didn't happen, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Too soon.
But we all, you could fill it in with this. So
that's right. All the people.
How many shirts will there be for VCN Japan?
Oh, who knows? Every time somebody says something on a show, we get that down. Oh, and if you're going to Texas, there
we go.
If you're going to Texas, meet Hu Yang himself. Hu Yang is for the younglings. You can go and roll that out.
Peter, we're working on a racer for Japan that's going to be very nice.
Very nice. It's very nice. It's like we started working on it's coming.
It's going to be a kimono, though, isn't it?
Yes. No, it's going to be a sumo diaper.
Now you got to do another. Give me the bad visual.
I didn't say who was in the sumo diaper.
Okay.
It's probably going to be Ski Pruckle, but
he is very prevalent.
Yes. But we got that. But let's talk about Oh, it's Mike. Yes.
Oh no,
I forgot about that one. You got to join a popcorn bucket into that one. So let's talk about Heroes of Filoniverse, which is our tribute to the man himself, the man in the hat.
There's his hat. Maybe his hat will be there.
His hat might be there.
And the Filoni hat might be there. Anyways. It's got to go get it.
Well, yes, we're going to be there the first night of the trip. And this is a cast peach, Sam. Like every one of our actors.
There it is.
Ooh.
There we go. Filoni
Every one
himself.
of our actors has pretty much been in all the properties of the Filoniverse, and multiple times. Well, let's do. We have a couple more people, but let's do the rundown of the people who have been announced. Nelson Lee, you got Senator Ziona right there. So first U.S. signing.
Oh yeah,
get him on your
that in the graphic.
Yeah.
And everybody's favorite senator to hate besides their own state senator.
Yes.
Such a good actor that everybody hates him.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great
including Chopper.
Mm-hmm. Warren Prue and Pam Riddle. Two great actors right there. Warren's been in every property of the Filoniverse. Really good interview with him with the Skywalkers. If you have a chance to look at it, a lot of fun. And Pam Riddle has been in a lot of the properties as well. Almost every Disney television show, I believe. She's also one of the resident Rhodians in the Filoniverse.
She's played a few different Rhodians, so.
Which very excited for having her. Lauren Mary Kim and Michelle Lee. Michelle obviously was the main stunt double for Rosario, which, by the way, happy birthday, Rosario. Her 45th birthday is today.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But she also was a stunt double for Emily in, I believe, season 3. No, sorry, in Book of Boba Fett, as well as she was Casca Reeves. And then you got Morgan Elsbeth herself, stunt double. You got Laura Mary Kim, who was Casca Reeves, as well as Ahsoka in Clone Wars Season 7, which right now they have out. Let me see. I have it. Just released. You can switch back to camera.
We are doing it.
The pop set of Maul versus Ahsoka from Clone Wars Season
Aha.
7.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Get that, and you could get that dual sign too, because Ray's back on the circuit and doing.
Exactly. He's doing Rhode Island Comic Con this year. So that's gonna be a nice piece. So we got those girls, and who's next? Marty Matulis, who made his signing debut for us in London, and Barry Lowen, who is one of the stand-in actors for Din Djarin himself. But he also played Golfanox, whatever. He was the Aqualish. The funny thing about that, which we did, the photo double for that character was Warren.
Oh,
that's a trip.
Well, and the Marty signing in London came from this very show. Like that happened like nearly on the air.
Well, put it this way: we always joke, "Don't say something in front of me because I'll make you do it."
Mm-mm.
He basically said, "Oh, I'm going to be in London and I'm going to be there as a fan." Really? We need to talk.
Change that a little bit. And then, of course, our favorite.
Yes.
Leilani and
shoes.
The shoe girls. Very excited to have them there.
All the Jawas.
Yep.
Well, not all of them, but many of the Jawas, and in everything is Jawas and other things as well.
And bat creature things.
Yeah, she's been in a couple different bar patrons and things like that, so that's kind of cool.
Moving on, we got VCN Hall of Famer Chris Bartlett, who's played basically all the droids, and Misty Rosas, who was Quill, Frog Lady, the pirate coxswain, and the bartender in season 3 Mando.
Yep. She's been quite a few characters now as well.
She's a great singer as well. She sang at Boot to Eve 22. She'll be singing with us as well in Anna at Scum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We had Albatar, who was Tim's stunt double for Book of Boba Fett, and Galen Howard, who was the snotty receptionist, front desk clerk for the Major Domo, and for the Mary McCheese.
That was pretty much his name. Yes.
And we also announced Omid and Katie, which is some of our headliners for that event. Very excited about them. And don't forget also with Katie, if you're working on a Marvel piece, you can get her for Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh, yeah.
And then Gerald Prescott. Very excited about this, especially this is our first Star Wars signing, as we mentioned. She's only done Walker Stalker Con for The Walking Dead. And it's going to be absolutely great. You know, I'm very excited. We got a couple more names, a couple of really good heavy hitters. I'm very excited about this. This is taking our brand to a whole other level, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, it's going to be just the most inclusive. I mean, all our events are inclusive, but the fact that we're doing it in Scum and Villainy just takes it to a whole other.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice space, and they've opened up some new space there, which we're going to be using as well, so that'll be cool.
Show up, cosplay encouraged.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and if you're planning to come, please cosplay. Like we are encouraging cosplay.
There'll be many of my helmets will be there, and probably this one as well.
Yes.
As you're the older version of Tate's son?
Yeah. That's it.
All right, so
it's part of the same clan. All right. We're good to go. Here come the countdown.
So we actually did a like a little bit of a poll on Tuesday night, the happy hour, and it was uniformly like with all of our guests, they were the most shocked that Katie and Omid were going to be at our event.
Yeah, they are kind of the heavy hitters. That was the good May the 4th announcement.
Yep. And Peter, how many shirts? If you come up with a Japan shirt idea, Virtual Cantina Network at gmail.com, send that thing on down.
And also, if you're looking to do a 1 to 2 week tour of Japan on either end of your trip, reach out to Peter and his wife Michelle. They are the official. They have an official like trip planned around Celebration that is endorsed. It's the only group trip that is going to be endorsed by the Virtual Cantina Network. So
Cool.
please reach out to them. So that little guy right there, he kind of looked like a chubby version of 9-0.
Mm. Well, I love how they're going like back deep cuts and stuff, and they're using like the muscle car spaceship noises.
Oh yeah, that chunky sound.
Mm-hmm. These guys might as well have been wearing red shirts. I saw the whole deal. It's like those guys are dead. They're just dead men walking.
So those.
Hi, open the gate in the name of the New Republic. The New Republic's been around for 5 seconds. Y'all are just
and exert their dominance or whatever. The droid knows better.
Yeah, he's just like, I'll
stay over here.
So that droid looks like something you're going to build over at Droid Depot.
Pretty close. You could definitely customize one to look like that after you're done.
Does anybody in those lamo helmets ever live?
Mm.
They're like the red shirts of Star Wars.
Yes.
Didn't they just knock him out or stun the Matt Lant? Was it Matt? Didn't he play one of those types of characters in Mando?
They did
on the prison vessel.
Lieutenant Davin. He was killed by Bill Burr.
Was he killed? Okay.
Yeah, he was killed.
Okay, that goes out. My theory goes
so,
back to what Dave said.
Dave, this alien is talking to Wing right now. That's like clearly out of Star Trek Beyond. Like the coloring, the hairstyle.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cross contamination there.
Yeah, exactly. This makes sense.
Borrow this for that.
I wouldn't have seen her in a long time. I'm just gonna knock on the door and go right in.
Doesn't she have a ring, with her camera?
Yeah.
She should have like a dang it, just lost me. A Rancor door, the thing in the ring in the nose. Knock. That would be hilarious.
And then a little droid head comes out. Ituta.
Yeah, don't worry, Wing. It's not like there's like armed snipers standing on the building behind me as I'm saying that.
That'll be good. I'm going to go ahead of all my security detail.
Mm-hmm.
Don't skip the intro.
No, don't skip it.
It's funny. In this case, it's like 10 seconds that you would skip. There's no recap. They haven't done that.
Well, I mean, these were really meant to be digested, I think, all at once.
I mean, yeah, it would make as much sense just to make it a single episode that was 45 minutes long instead of 3 15-minute ones, or whatever they are. What is this one?
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's like a throwback to the
12
micro
minutes.
series, the way they drop it in short little chunks, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, I like it. They do a good job with these. It's nice little kind of background info.
The center building in the China Pavilion in Epcot?
See, right there, that scene from the wide angle is so very much like true to the Ahsoka scene.
Yeah. I mean, they literally could have like essentially done the digital version of rotoscoping it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was going to be something bigger with the water splashing. I thought she was going to have like a Dianoga or something.
I was waiting for Dianoga, but we got Koi. Like, okay.
Koyanoga.
Yes. But don't you think if the Dianoga head came out, everyone would just start laughing and it would ruin the entire aesthetics of the entire episode because people just start laughing?
Possibly.
It would need to be like that gator turtle thing from
from the Mando.
Or a pufferfish?
Big
Are they indigenous to
Springfield?
Naboo.
Springfield. Three-eyed fish, Blinky.
Yes. Oh,
is that right?
You didn't.
We need a Tales of the Empire when she has that drunken night on Dathomir and gets the head tattoo.
That's a cultural thing.
There are a number of things that, well, surprisingly, the thing with the face paint is that was a face paint at the beginning, you know. So there are a lot of things that this still leaves us asking questions. Tales of the Empire answered some things. It's brought some things together. It's united, but there's still more. We want to know. And Tales of the Jedi did the same thing. We're like, what? They did what? And then, but this is just like, no, shoot them.
Yep. F around and find out.
Yep. Oh, they're closing the doors.
Man, she's pretty badass with that really spear.
Is. That's
would be Ferric around and find out?
And it's just like, yeah, but Jedi reflexes with the spear.
Yeah. Catching blaster bolts is pretty hardcore.
So it's the same level of thing. It's like, again, is Night Sister Magic the Force? And I don't
sort of grade lines there.
Like that dude gets to live. It's like, what?
Right.
That dude lived?
Like the head insurgent.
Yeah. It's like,
maybe he could be one that dies with her.
I can't believe they did the cartoon version of the shock cages in this episode.
Uh-oh. Nope. Here we go.
Kablooski. Baba-booyah. Owie.
Yeah.
I like how they're adding things like this extra damage that she received from the blast where she was sort of like burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Where you didn't see that in a lot of things previously.
They had this sucker planned out from the beginning. It wasn't just the ship explosion caused the fire. It's like, no, they roll out with flamethrowers.
They brought their Boring Company flamethrowers from Elon Musk and did their thing.
It's Spaceballs, a flamethrower.
Merchandising.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be available on Batu soon. Tales of the Empire, the flamethrower.
You need to give us the big old Beskar spear.
The bastard.
Yeah. People would just tear shit up at Batu.
They sell raised staff.
Yeah.
But it's plastic and it's like 2/3 scale or something.
Yeah.
Be brave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not brave. I'm a pussy.
The planet is on Orion's belt. I mean, the galaxy.
Can we just have some dudes in the black suits in the back? Just
Flash, you think? Well, you know, Cal Fister was a baby in the first Men in Black.
Well, yeah. Not so subtly hand you the communicator.
Whoops.
Oh.
Bo-Katan.
It's Bo-Katan.
Nope.
Oh.
Don't get to talk to Bo anymore.
That was so awesome. When I was watching the crowds, I'm like, ooh, Katie did the voice.
Yeah. Well, I had my closed captioning on. So
yeah, that's what
I saw it the first time it said Bo-Katan, and I'm like,
I didn't notice it the first time. When I was watching this the first time, I had just gotten back from San Francisco and was beat from the trip. That was like the quickest turnaround up, and there it is.
Man, there you
go. I was gone for like 18 hours to go see Phantom Menace. It was cool though. Anyways, that's cool that they have included other characters and the actors that play them, especially since Katie was originally in the animation and then moved to live action. All right, so next week we will jump to the next episode. So we're done for now.
I love the fact that we're gonna watch it later on. Obviously next week, but with Jason Isaacs coming back to do the voice of the Grand Inquisitor, which is a nice touch. I mean, they could very much gone to Rupert Friend.
Oh, that's true. But since it is animation, and that was the originator of it, that kind of works as well.
Absolutely. Well, it gives us another reason to have Jason Isaacs come back to another celebration.
True.
But yeah, so I think I enjoyed this season so far. I mean, where we are right now, definitely the animation has grown exponentially.
Oh yeah,
that fire scene at the end, from the background here, is insane.
Well, I mean, I really love the choice of like who they decided to put in this. You know, is go ahead and give us some more stuff background with the Night Sisters and where Morgan Elsbeth came from. You know, so we kind of. I mean, they're doing the thing again where they're humanizing the villains in Star Wars.
Oh, right.
You know, they're
make you sympathetic.
They've done this in Tales of the Jedi. It's like, let's humanize.
They're doing that a lot more. Disney's absolutely doing that. I mean, we talked about this before. I mean, one of the things I love about the arc of Kylo Ren is going back to Force Awakens. It was a flawed villain, which we were not used to in Star Wars, because, you know, you got Vader, who's the big bad, imperishable. You know, you don't see a flaw in him until the end when he's compassion.
Yeah. But
Kylo, besides being, you know, an emo boy, was very much a flawed villain, if you want to think about it, because kept on drawn to what was right.
Oh, huge.
Well, I'm just like characters in general, because I mean, it's the Disney era kind of thing. Is the bringing in the culture and the sympathy for the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders.
Right. Yeah. That whole thing with humanizing those characters from the monsters that they are that kill.
I mean, that was insane that we actually started caring about the
animals.
George never did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Disney's done that and made us care and gives us so much more insight into their life. And it's not just Disney either. People don't just go, well, Disney does all of it. Don't
They're woke.
Because you know, in the canon, not in the Kenobi novel, there is so much devoted to the Tusken Raiders. There's all sorts of description, and there's some main characters that are Tusken Raiders in that, because obviously Kenobi's going to run into them traveling the Junlun wastes on Tatooine. It's all about that.
It's very interesting because it's as a sociological study, if you want to make it that way, in the fact that they're basically saying that it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's a hero and a villain in their story. And really looks at what point of view you're looking at from there. So you might have sympathy for a sect that you might not normally have sympathy for because of the way they are.
The only person who is a villain in everyone's story is Rian Johnson.
What is he, you troll?
Uh-huh.
Hey, troll, go back under your bridge.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Just soured Spencer's night.
No, I'm not sorry about that. Honestly, I've always said this, and I will flout this. I've had arguments with people who are very prolific in the art world of Star Wars, and they're trying to tell me, Star Wars is not their Star Wars, which is completely fine. But guess what? Don't yuck other people's yuck. Star Wars is for everybody in whatever capacity that is, and let them enjoy what they like. Let them hate what they like, but don't ruin it for other people. Because the fact is that Star Wars is for everybody, and the big thing that they made known when they did the sequel trilogy is the last 3 generations has their own Star Wars.
Yep.
It is. There is Star Wars for everybody. I mean, there are people who love and appreciate Resistance, which I could not watch at all.
Yeah, I don't think I even got through the whole season.
But
season 2 is good.
But if it's there for people, and there is Star Wars that is purposely catered to everybody. There's Young Jedi Adventures and bringing new fans into the fold. Go right ahead. And I kid about The Last Jedi because I do realize it's a beautiful, beautiful movie, and there are amazing parts to that movie, and then there are just parts to that are just like, what the hell were you thinking?
Well, I mean, you can say things about Rise. I mean, that's how I look at Rise.
Definitely. Rise a lot, yeah. And if you want to hear more about Rise, check out the Nerf Herders next week. It is brother against brother battle royale.
I might have to be the judge of that one, considering the fact that I went off with AJ was the judge when I went off against Sean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be yeah. That's gonna go like 10 rounds right there.
Well, easily. But listen, love Star Wars. That's all that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter where you are coming from and what angle is that, as Lando said at the end of Rise, but Poe, there's more of us. So very excited, but guess what? We are just over 2 months away from all of us being together for the family vacation to incredible trip of a lifetime. Very excited about that. So much goodness. You have con elements. You have Disney. Like Dave's indoctrination to the group was our first family vacation, and we haven't been able to get rid of him since.
Yep. Take that, Jamie. I was the original Stray Cat.
Yes.
Yeah. That's funny.
But we're gonna have so much fun, and it's gonna be a great week. And whatever bus you're on, whether you're on the names of the buses, one's gonna be called the Ghost, and the other one's the Falcon. Whether you're on the Ghost or the Falcon, things are going to be. Dave, yes.
That's not cool.
Oh, I called Ghost right away. It's not even funny, but a lot of fun. We're gonna watch movies. We'll do some trivia on the buses. Get some giveaways. swag trading throughout the entire week. Stuff that's going to be announced, which we are going to announce next month. We have the return of Celebrating Autographs.
Yes.
Dave, as the producer of that show, why don't you talk about that?
So Celebrating Autographs, this is all about, this is summer vacation edition, okay? Is Frank Rich and Mark Von Olen both hosting together. The wealth of autograph knowledge of the both of them are going to be deep diving into all of those people who've been announced who are going to be signing autographs at the family vacation. If you're coming to the family vacation and you're new to getting autographs, wealth of information. That's where you need to be and what you need to do. And that you got to go there and find out about it. They're going to tell you where these guys have been, what they've been in. There will be information on what properties that they can do, how much that they're going to be, so you can start planning for that. This is where you need to find it. So join us for Celebrating Autographs, the summer vacation edition.
Very excited about that. And we're pulling out no stops, because this is going to be something that you're going to remember for a very long time. And whether or not, if you're not part of the full trip, if you live in the greater Los Angeles, Anaheim, or even San Francisco area, come out. Come have a beverage with us. Come hang out, We'd love to see you.
If you've never been to Scum before, it's a great opportunity. It'll make it that much cooler.
So it's going to be as interactive as Scum is normally. You're going to have Star Wars actors in Scumability.
And hopefully a whole buttload of
characters who have been in actual cantinas will be there.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe Misty will do some bartending.
Yeah,
well, and Leilani, the little bat deal, was in the
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So was Pam. Pam was in that scene, and Chris was holding the Cantolo.
Yep. Yeah, he took the brunt of that.
Yep. But anyway, once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Don't forget, in a couple hours is the after show for Tales of the Empire from the episodes we watched tonight. Also on Saturday, don't forget, me and Tony Ruiz from Star Wars Sith will be talking about, so you bought tickets for Star Wars Celebration, what now? And
I need to hear that, because I don't know what I'm doing next.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
So really very excited about that. I started working on some of the notes for that show, and what I feel that people need to know now. I know there's a lot of questions out there. I know the moment people got tickets, they were starting to freak out about stuff, and there's plenty of time to freak out. But knowing when to freak out at the right appropriate time is the most important thing. So we'll go talk about that. We'll talk about, some of the hotels. Like, for example, I already booked my hotel for Tokyo for my, beginning of the trip. Very excited about where I'm staying. It's going to be so awesome. Yes. We definitely need a stinky shirt that says the rainbow, or, just saying. It's not pride,
Wacky.
But anyway, yeah, bring your Narkina 5 gear with you, Ray.
Dude, we could have all sorts of stuff. Jeff's got that, right? I've got that.
I have an autographed version of that shirt, but it's the Alibaba version, but it's still,
I think mine's the Alibaba version too. It's a little more like Texas or Tennessee orange than it is like
it's got a brownish kind of orange thing. But yeah, mine's scribbled on, so it's probably going to stay put for the most part.
But anyway,
unless I can get somebody else to scribble on it.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We're very excited about everything that's going on here. Dave, anything before we close out?
Just join us again in a couple hours for the after show, or if you don't want to stay up that late, it's on demand. It's on the Virtual Cantina Network, as are all of our shows. So check out any of this content. Check out previous episodes of Celebrating Autographs that we're talking, you know, the content about how to get the autographs and stuff. It's all the same. Check out all the things over on the Virtual Cantina Network.
Jeff.
Go see episode 1 again if you haven't 100 times in the theater already. I'm going to check it out again this weekend and hopefully get to see the Acolyte preview trailer, whatever it is. Yeah, so do that.
Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate you and being a member of our group. With 66,000 members, we hit or 66 this past week. We're almost at 67 as of today, which is incredible. We're jumping exponentially.
Jake.
Yep. But anyway,
you need to own it.
Yep. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for being a member of our Virtual Cantina family. And from the Three Musketeers, we're going to say, this is the way, and may the force be with you.
Always.
This is the May.
Oh, it is the May, isn't it?
This is the May.
It really is the May.
It's gonna be May.